Wake Up Central has team coverage on the severe weather this morning. It does appear that at least one tornado touched down in the THV 11 viewing area Wednesday in Arkansas County.
We will get a better look at the destruction once the sun officially comes up. Now, Wake Up Central's Journey Taylor live in the town of Almyra, southeast of Stuttgart, with damage that she has located. Journey?
Yeah, good morning, Karen and Hayden. To kind of give people a better perspective of where we are in Arkansas County, as you mentioned, just close to Stuttgart area. We're waiting on the sun to rise, which will happen here in the next half hour to give us a better perspective of what's actually happening, what damage actually happened here in Almyra. I want to step off to the side. I want to tell you right now, not only are we waiting on the sun to rise, it will also bring a little light to this area, because in the county itself, over 5,000 people are without power. And to, of course, give you a perspective on that, that's at least 40% of customers. 40% of the customers in the county are without power. Now, you're looking at a structure here that clearly was hit by something. High winds, maybe a suspected tornado. We will know by the National Weather Service, of course, later today, who will be in the area to assess the damage. I want to take you to some images that we received from a viewer, Emma Hyatt. These photos show the damage sustained here in Almyra. I think we're also going to see that structure that we're standing in front of, too. Of course, right now, not confirmed if it's a tornado, but the area is still getting hit pretty hard by some high winds. Also, just 15 to 20 minutes away in DeWitt, we received reports around 6 p.m. of a possible tornado there. DeWitt Chief of Police Stephen Bobo shared this video with us, showing what appears to be a funnel between DeWitt and Lodge's Corner. At this time, of course, we have no confirmed damage from that reported area, but THV 11 teams may head out to Arkansas County to assess the damage as well. Now, in the wake of severe weather, DeWitt schools are closed today due to power outages, and as you can imagine, as I mentioned, many residents waking up this morning without power. In fact, you may not be able to hear it over this mic right now. It does a really good job really isolating the sound, but we're standing behind a home that has a generator running, and it's pretty loud, and of course, I'm sure many of the generators are keeping the power going in some of these homes. So of course, a lot to assess as the sun rises on this Thursday morning, and as we expect more conditions to come through. Of course, just a lot to keep our eye on. For now, though, in Almyra, I'm Journey Taylor for Wake Up Central.
Thinking all those homes, too, that don't have generators, hopefully
yes,
power can get back on. That process of picking up and rebuilding can start quickly.
Yes, they need it. Thank you, Journey.
We will be tracking that flood threat over the next few days as well. Now, one problem we are monitoring right now, as Journey just mentioned, power outages from yesterday's storms.
Let's take a look at the current numbers. The good news is that we're seeing the total tick down. It's around 24,500 now. That's a drop from last night at peak around 8:15 when the number was around 37,000.
Two counties in our area look much worse than the rest. They are the couple lit up in eastern Arkansas. That's Prairie County and Arkansas County, where we just saw Journey a few moments ago. Over half of Prairie County is without power, and more than a third of Arkansas County is still in the dark this morning. As crews work to restore the power, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders and her team working to support other resources.
When things began to develop yesterday afternoon, the governor issued an executive order declaring a weather emergency.
That means $250,000 is immediately directed to state emergency management. It comes from the governor's disaster response and recovery fund. The
governor also trying to get ahead of the ongoing flood threat by mobilizing the Arkansas National Guard Wednesday afternoon to assist with flood response.
4 high water teams and 40 extra guardsmen are ready to help with evacuations that may occur in flooded areas over the next few days. Each team consists of 3 tactical vehicles, a Humvee, and 9 guardsmen. Each of those vehicles can carry up to 16 passengers in the cargo compartment if needed. Well, Arkansans are also becoming aware again of this major flood threat over the next few days, and now they're taking steps to protect their property.
Wake Up Central's Tamer Knight joins us now with some new information on sandbagging operations that are ramping up in some areas. Tamer, good morning.
Well, good morning, Karen and Hayden. Take a look at this video behind me. Now, this is cars waiting in line in Benton, waiting for sandbags ahead of yesterday's severe storm. Now, the response was overwhelming, and if this is any indication, people are taking the flood concern concerns seriously. Across Arkansas, Central Arkansas, sandbagging operations are ramping up in anticipation of more rain today, tomorrow, and into the weekend. In Saline County, we know that more sandbags will be available later today at the county fairgrounds. Now, we don't have the time just yet, but in the last 24 hours, more locations are being added to our growing list on thv11.com, including Sherwood and 5 separate locations in Faulkner County. Now, utility providers are also making sure they're ready to respond. Justin Hart with Entergy Arkansas tells us that includes managing vegetation so they can reach those damaged areas.
We have linemen out working across the state. We have contract resources that are out working. They're also staged in different parts of the state. We've requested some additional contract resources from outside the state to come in. And, you know, with an event like this where it looks like it's going to affect a large portion of the state, you know, we stage them in areas that we feel like we can respond and access the interstates and get to other areas quickly.
Now, Hart says some of out-of-state crews will start arriving first thing this morning, with more arriving by this afternoon. And we also know that the Arkansas Division of Emergency Management has its Emergency Operations Center activated. That helps coordinate resources to areas that may need it, and we're anticipating it to be operational at least through the weekend. Now, all the rain we're getting is saturating the ground, and that increases the risk of fallen trees on power lines. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas are also responding to those power outages, but all power providers are asking everyone to stay away from power lines and to be sure to give workers plenty of room to work. For Wake Up Central, I'm Tamer Knight.
Thinking of all those linemen and linewomen working overtime this week to restore power to everybody. And again, it's a long week, but we're going to get through it.
Long road, yeah.